Hey, my name is Ben. I am trying to start a YouTube channel about helping restaurant managers develop stress-free shifts, stress-free life, despite working a very stressful job. So if you feel like that's something that you can learn from, listen to this video. In this video, I want to talk about delegation and how it can really save you, and how it's really the key to getting you to that stress-free place that you're looking for. If you feel like it can't happen, you feel like it's impossible to have this job without stress, you're wrong. It can happen. I've done it. I know how to do it, and that's why I want to show you how to do it. If there's things that you have on your to-do list that you're allowed to delegate, you want to delegate as much as possible. And there's the reason for that. Not just does it give you less to do on your to-do list, less for you to do each day, but it gives your employees better flexibility and better responsibility so that they can live up to higher standards. What I mean by that is that if you have an employee who's sitting at the bottom, not doing so well, you're not giving them enough to do because you don't feel like they can do it. If you give them more, oftentimes they rise to the occasion. As you give employees, especially like assistant managers and things, extra work, they tend to muster that strength, muster the focus that's required to be able to do that. If you leave them on the level 1, they're going to stay on level 1. But if you force them to get to level 2, 3, 4, 5, then they get to that point. So I'll give you an example. I work at a Domino's, and what we do is the schedule can be done by anyone in leadership. The general manager, assistant manager, I guess a shift leader could do it too. I don't think that really happens all that often. So I, as a general manager, do my schedule, but I have an assistant manager who I could have do the schedule for me. And is the schedule going to be as good as I do it? No, it will never be as good as if you do it. But what it does is it teaches them responsibility and it teaches them flexibility. As they get better, as they learn how to do more things, they develop more confidence in themselves, more confidence in the job. And as they develop confidence in themselves, they get excited about the job. And as they get excited about the job, they want to learn even more, they do even better. So one of the best ways to develop your crew one of the best ways to give yourself peace of mind and let yourself stay away from work when you're not at work, is to develop your crew so that they can do that for you. And one of the best ways to do that is through delegation. Have systems in place so that you can give each different task to a different person of the group, so that when you know that each thing is done throughout the week. Have them send you a text message or something that shows that it's done for those vital things that need to get done, like doing truck, doing the schedule, things like that. Then all you have to do, you're not actually doing the work, you're just getting text messages saying, I've already done it, or with questions about how to do it. And so that way you can do your job from much more easily without having to go into work on your day off, fixing things, this and that and that. There's gonna be a learning curve at the beginning. It's always gonna be a learning curve at the beginning. It's gonna require more work to get to a point where we have less work. And that's the mountain that is required in this job. And it's frustrating. We don't wanna do it, but we can do it. And as long as we can do just a little bit more work, that does pay off. And I'm telling you right now that that's the way I do it. If you give yourself 90 days, 100 days as a plan to not have to worry about incessant phone calls, having to go in on your day off, unhelpful employees, these things can all be fixed in 100 days. If I told you that it could be fixed in 100 days, but you have to require full effort, full responsibility in 100 days, so that in 100 days, you would only have to work 40, 50 hours a week and not even have to worry when you're not at work, so that you can have that time to do those things that are more important to you. Riding a bike, going to the park, going to see movies, spending your time with your girlfriend, boyfriend, family, kids. Those things that are important to you, that are taken out of your life because of this job, that can be given back to you, that can all be given back to you within 100 days, but it's going to require an immense sacrifice in 100 days. And it's utmost training. You are training every single person, every single position. You are getting to the excellent quality. And once they get there, then you can take a step back. If you're stressed out about this job, don't be stressed, or take on more stress so that you can have less stress later. And I promise you that it is possible. And in this whole channel, I talk about mental health of restaurant managers much more than about actual how to do the jobs like costs and P&L sheets and things like that. This channel is much more about how to get restaurant managers in a position where they're stress-free. If there's 14 shifts in a week, 7 morning shifts, 7 evening shifts, you want to have 14 stress-free shifts, and it is possible if you can believe that it is possible. And this channel is about helping you get there. I've done it before. I still do it. I still get phone calls. I still get text messages and questions. You're always going to have that. But it gets to the point where you know your crew can handle it. And that's what I'm talking about in this particular video exactly. I know I've kind of gone around a little circles here. So one of my first videos, I'm still getting used to this. But if you develop your crew to be able to handle the problems themselves, you're not required to be the one to handle them all yourself. And that's really the frustrating part about being a general manager, is that you feel like you have to deal with all the problems. But as you develop your crew bigger and better and stronger, then they can handle the problems themselves, so that when you can go in, you work your shift, you do your specific tasks, and you go home. That's really the goal that all of us want, and it is possible. I want you to know that it is possible. And if you're looking for more tips and tricks on how to get that done, follow the channel and just ask me any questions that you have. I've had 10 years experience in this business, so I've got a lot of stories and that I'm gonna tell. It's gonna be a good ride. I'm hoping to get enough money from this channel that I can start my own restaurant, because I love the restaurant management business, or I love the restaurant business. I love being a restaurant manager. I wanna own my big one. I am mostly in QSR businesses. I've only worked at a sit down, a fine dining restaurant, but only as a server, not as a manager. And I was only there for a little while, so I couldn't really see the nuts and bolts of that. But QSR businesses, fast food restaurants, I know so many of those, and I'm really good at it. If you have any questions, let me know. Till the next video, this is Ben. So just remember, be encouraged.